A realty is the exclusive representative of the developer of a new subdivision. The broker's sales staff will temporarily work out of a mobile home that the developer has placed in the subdivision until the model home is completed. Transactions will be closed at the broker's main office. The mobile home will be used to distribute brochures and provide maps regarding unsold units. Thus, the broker needs to register the mobile home as a branch office. A, the broker must make the mobile home stationary before it's registered as a branch office. B, license law prohibits the use of mobile homes as temporary shelters. C, the broker must register the branch office and pay a fee before assigning any sales staff here. Or D, the mobile home is a temporary shelter and therefore is not considered to be a branch office.
D.
Answer is D. Your answer is D?
Mm-hmm.
And it's D. D. But just in terms of branch office, wherever you're doing business, if the general public can presume that that's where you're doing activity, typically the state requires you to have a branch office and a branch office permit. And we'll just move on. Question 10. A computer company is relocating to an office building. The owner of the building seems to have financial difficulties, helping to make the lease rates very attractive. The tenant's lease may be at risk if the building is foreclosed by the lender, unless A, the owner can get additional advance from the lender. B, the tenant has the title check to ensure that the owner owns the property. C, the lender agrees to subordinate the mortgage to the lease. And D, the tenant pays a deposit and moves to the building.
I put C.
You put C, okay. That's a lot of thought process. Let me think it through. Any reason why you put C? And I kind of gather my bearings.
Because if the mortgage is subordinated to the tenant, then regardless of what happens with the mortgage, he has a priority position on the mortgage.
Okay. Great school of thought. I won't even add any more insight to it. Okay, keep it moving. Okay. Now, which type of depreciation is associated with lack of maintenance? We have physical depreciation, external obsolescence, age-life deterioration, functional obsolescence.
Physical deterioration.
And that's okay. The answer is obviously A, physical depreciation. There are three types of depreciation. So age-life deterioration is typically not considered. Physical depreciation is the actual property. You started off new, but over time, then the house that's brand new 10 years later, you don't have a new roof. You have a 10-year-old roof. It's just lack of maintenance or just wear and tear, physical depreciation. External obsolescence, and this is what the appraisers use when they evaluate properties. External obsolescence, house is fine. It's a brand new house. But guess what? That house is right next to the graveyard.
Mm-hmm.
So you compare that house and another brand new house that's sitting on a cul-de-sac that got great neighbors, or your external environment, external or economic obsolescence. Nothing physically wrong with the house, but it's just external circumstances or the economic circumstances makes that house a little less valuable. I'd rather pay a little more for the house in the cul-de-sac where I love my neighbors versus that same house, same floor plan, brand new roof, but it's right next to the
Or a brand new house next to the deteriorated one with all this stuff junk in the yard.
Right. Your external environment, your economic environment. And then the other type of depreciation is functional obsolescence. Brand new roof, because the roof is bad, you know it's physical. It's not next to the graveyard, it's next to in a cul-de-sac, great community, great neighbors, parks, amenities, everything. So the external environment is fine. But when you walk in this house, and it's a 2,500 square foot house like all the rest of them. But when you walk in this house, as soon as you walk in the house, you're in the master bedroom. There's something wrong with the layout. Well, it's not functional. It's not aesthetically pleasing. It's not functionally sound. That would be functional obsolescence. Okay, so the answer obviously is A, but I just want to explore those concepts. Number 12, what is the description of a supply-demand situation when the available units outnumber potential tenants? Landlord market, overpricing, economic oversupply, technical oversupply.
Technical oversupply.
Okay, you got it right. The answer is technical supply. That will come from chapter 18, where I believe they talk about, I'm not sure the exact title of it, but it's the supply demand, where they're talking about the supply chain. And now we're in a post-COVID environment, obviously, where the supply and demand and the economic factors weren't much of an equation. We just look at marketplace, market sales. Now, the effect of the supply chain affects everything with pricing, lumber, construction, wages, gas prices. and certainly the real estate market. 13, a new diamond engagement ring is advertised for $8,900. This figure is the ring's A, cost, B, price, C, investment value, D, market value. B, price. And it's a couple concepts. Again, these are economic concepts out of chapter 6. I'm not sure the exact topic of title of chapter 6, but it comes from chapter 6. But basically looking at the could you have me the outline? But looking at these are economic costs. What something costs is what it costs the manufacturer to produce. The price of something is what is advertised for sale by the wholesaler who's selling to the retailer. But that may not be exactly, he might not be selling for what it costs him to produce, which would be the cost. The price is what he's trying to sell it for. Investment value is, if you invested what it's worth to an investor. And market value, typically in the marketplace, he may be asking $8,900, but if it only sells for $8,500, the market determines its value to be $8,500, and that would be the market value would be. So I just explained those economic concepts, but in this case, the correct answer is price. Insurable risk associated with fire, storm, or flood is static, dynamic, capital, and you have D. What is the choice? A, static. And what's the from the test question? D is cut off from my thing. What is D?
Financial.
Financial. Insurable risk is associated as static, with fire, storm, or flood is a static risk. The financial risk would be the flexibilities of interest rates or respective given yield. But insurable risk, but with fire, storm, and flood is a static risk. So we'll go ahead and pause, and we'll come back and we'll answer the next question.